Good morning. Her Excellency Jessica Alupo, Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Her Excellency Dr. Monique Sanzarabanga, Deputy Chairperson of the African Union Commission. Please kindly allow me to stand on the protocol that has already been established by the Secretary of the Commission, as well as Her Excellency Ambassador Joseph Sako, Commissioner of Agriculture of the African Union, to address with respect and gratitude this esteemed joint ministerial session of Ministers of Foreign Affairs and Ministers of Agriculture at this extraordinary summit on post-Malabo CAADP. Building on the statement that Her Excellency Dr. Monique has made, I would just like to say 20 years ago, our heads of state launched CAADP, the Comprehensive Africa Agricultural Development Program, through the Maputo Declaration of 2003. 10 years later, the Malabo Declaration of 2014 reaffirmed the CAADP agenda as Africa's vision for agricultural transformation, wealth creation, food security and nutrition, economic growth, and prosperity for all. CAADP arguably has been one of the African Union's most successful and impactful policy framework, with universal acceptance as the continent's blueprint for food system transformation. Your Excellencies, CAADP is at a pivotal moment as we come to the end of the Malabo commitment period this year. After 20 years of CAADP implementation, Africa is in a remarkably better position than at the time of the Maputo Declaration in 2003. But despite the progress that we have made, there still remain immense challenges. As mentioned, the 4 biennial reports that have been presented by member states so far show that we are not on track to meet the agenda that was set in Maputo as well as in Malabo. Our heads of states, therefore, at the 37th ordinary session of the African Union Assembly that was held last year, took note of this and instructed the African Union Commission under the leadership of Ambassador Sako and the African Union Development Agency to lead a process that will build on the strength of the CAADP agenda while adjusting and deepening its response to emerging issues, including issues such as climate change, conflicts, epidemic outbreaks, and economic shocks. They recognize the importance of developing the successful 10-year CAADP strategy, which we are proud to present here today, to be considered by Your Excellencies ministers, as well as to be submitted to our heads of states for adoption. AUD and NEPAD, though we were tasked to lead this process, could not do it only on our own. We benefited from the general support and cooperation from our regional economic communities, from development partners, from knowledge partners, from non-state actors, and of course, of most importance, our member states themselves. This was a truly consultative process that was African-led. I am therefore delighted to confirm that we have this 10-year comprehensive our strategy and action plan that will guide our continent in tackling the pressing challenges we faced in building sustainable and inclusive food systems once it has been considered and adopted by Your Excellencies. The process was informed by the lessons that we learned in 10 years of CAADP implementation, as well as opportunities to respond to emerging challenges that our food system faces, as we have witnessed in the recent years. Your Excellencies, the 10-year CAADP strategies embraces a food system approach informed by our deepening appreciation that a system approach is needed to address the complex and multifaceted nature of our food systems. On this basis, the new strategy emphasizes new elements such as strengthening agro-processing and other strategic post-production elements, as these are critical for driving sustainable intensification and job creation. The 10-year strategy and action plan also places emphasis on building resilient agri-food systems, given the impact of climate and other socioeconomic shocks on our food systems. The need to ensure inclusivity and equitable livelihood is a central pillar to the strategy, emphasizing the need for deliberate focus on women, youth, and other vulnerable groups that struggle to get access to productive resources. The 10-year CAADP strategy and action plan also recognizes the central role of strong leadership, governance, and systemic capacities for planning and execution of programs and policies in our member states. And lastly, the 10-year strategy and action plan is aligned with Africa's broader industrialization and developmental goals as expressed in the second 10-year implementation strategy of Agenda 2063. The strategy aims to create jobs, drive value addition, and position agriculture and food system as a cornerstone of sustainable economic transformation. Your Excellency, your agency, the African Union Development Agency, NEPAD, remains unwavering in our commitment to the implementation of the CAADP strategy and action plan to drive achievement of the continental goals of food and nutrition security to alleviate poverty. Working with member states and our partners, we are confident that we will achieve the ambitious target we have set for ourselves through this new strategy and action plan. I thank you for the opportunity to address you.